Hello everyone, welcome. It's Lisa from Crafting and Cruising. I hope everybody had a glorious Christmas and are looking forward to a fabulous 2024. Can y'all believe it? We're almost at 2024. Seems crazy, huh? When you hop on, say hi. I've got the grandchildren from Lexington here still, and going live this afternoon with Crafting and Cruise. With Craft Around the Clock. Hey, Cheryl. So I went on and took my shower and washed my hair. And now I have y'all propped up. So I hope, whoa, there it goes. I hope I can keep you propped up here. But anyway, I got a new tool. Hey, Deborah Jed. For Christmas from Lange. I don't know how many of y'all have heard of Lange hair products. I absolutely love them. I don't use them exclusively, but for the most part I do. So let me tell you what I've already done in preparation to show you my new tool, okay? So I washed my hair. I use a purple shampoo and conditioner because my hair is so white. I do not use the Lange purple shampoo. I use one from the Beauty Supply House. Then I put in my hair for a heat protectant. Hey, Barbara, a heat protectant, my favorite Lange product. I know it's backwards. This is called Glass Mirror, and it is a thermal heat protector that I put all over my hair before I put any kind of heat on it. Smells heavenly. It's a real fine mist. I don't know if y'all can see this or not, but just a fine mist. Oh, it smells so good. So this is Lange Glass Hair. I use that first. And I use that all over as a heat protectant. Sometimes, if I don't use Glass Hair, I will use Rival Heat Shield. This is a brand new one Rodney got me for Christmas. So I hadn't even taken the plastic off of it. But this is Rival Heat Shield. You need protection on your hair if you're going to use any kind of heat tool. Otherwise, it will burn your hair and your hair will have horrible split ends. Thank you, Barbara. Appreciate you, sister. Y'all, they're saying we might get snow tomorrow. I don't think they're calling for accumulation, but they're saying we might get snow, which, if you know me, means I act like a kid. Okay, so we have Glass Hair or Rival Heat Shield. I did not use Rival Heat Shield today. If my hair is like 4 days dirty, but I want to curl it or I want to kind of jazz it up a little bit, then I use the Lange Root Booster. It's called Deja. I'm sorry, not Root Booster. Dry shampoo. It's called Deja Vu Dry Shampoo. This one, when you spray it, is clear. A lot of dry shampoos leave a white chalky thing. Now, you brush it out so you can, not see it. But when you first put it on, you get like a white chalky powder looking stuff in your hair, and I don't like that. But with the Deja Vu, you don't see that. It's clear. It's capital L apostrophe capital, or not capital, lowercase A-N-G-E, Lange. Okay, so this is for when your hair is dirty. Okay, in the summertime, I will use the Lange Salt and Sea Spray just to give my hair a little lift in the crown. And if you have textured hair or if you have layered hair, the Salt and Sea Spray helps keep those layers looking pretty. Smells like the ocean, but in a good way. Smells heavenly. So I only use this, oh my gosh, in the summer, okay? For my hairspray, they have 2 or 3 different hairsprays. This is called Trois Chic, T-R-O-I-S, and then C-H-I-C. It's called that because you can see that you can set the spray for low, medium, or high. So if you want just a little, low. Medium amount is what I usually use, or if you really want a firm set, you put it on high. Just got a new one of these too. Don't know where it is. This is my used one. Okay, then I dried my hair with this bad boy. And you can see how much hair is in it. I can't remember the name of it, y'all. If you want to know the name of it, I can post it. But let me show you how it works. It's fabulous. This is a dryer and a brush in one. I've already started using my new tool down here. That's why it's like that. But let me show you how I would use this Big Mama. So in other words, I don't use a blow dryer and a round brush anymore. You'll see that it's tapered. This is to give you lift and height, like in the root. It has a high setting, an off, and then a cool. So, going to be a little bit loud. I take a section of hair, I lift it up, and I put the lift section at the root, pull a little bit, and then I start rounding the hair out on the brush. I roll the brush down, let it set for just a minute. Then I turn it down to the cool setting. Takes it a minute to cool down. That sets the lift or the curl you just put in it. And then when you take it out, look. That pretty? Okay. So I dried my hair all over with this tool. This comes in 2 sizes. I also have this tool. I wish I could remember the names of all of them. I can't. But this is a round barrel heat tool that heats up to 410 degrees. You need to wear a glove with it. You put it at the root, and then you just wrap your hair around the barrel. It's really better if you hold it upside down. And you hold it for about 10 seconds, and then you let it out, and you have curl. I got the new tool I got because I don't have to worry about burning myself. So I'll show you that one in a minute. This is just one of the 2 Lange flat irons that you can tell I've used a lot because it's got product burnt all over it. So I have this tool, and then I have this, which if you have straight hair or short hair, you would probably like. This is a brush that's also heat. So if you have straight hair, or I want my hair straight, I can just dry it like this and just pull the hair down straight and then just brush through the hair. And my hair's straight. Can y'all tell I love Lange? Okay, so let's put all this hair now back up. Since I had already done the bottom layer with my new tool, and let's talk about it. Hopefully, I got all that up. Let me check. Yep, I pretty much got it up. Okay, see, can y'all see the back where I've already started using my new tool? It's not quite as much curl as I want, so we're going to redo that. So, this is called a La Pirouette. I know that. The barrel is very long, but it has a hook down lower. Okay? You can, with the left and right, turn the barrel whichever direction you want the hair to go. And then this little button right here brings it back to neutral. And then you can open that, let your curl out, hold it for a couple of seconds to let it cool off, and then you're ready to go. Now, it's best not to work in real large sections if you want a lot of curl. I want a lot of curl because I don't want to have to do it again tomorrow. So, I come out, they say about 2 inches. I actually came out further than that. I'm not going to do that yet because first I got to turn it on, heat it up. Duh. So here's the on-off button right here. You turn it on. Is it not plugged in? Yep, it's plugged in. What's happening? Well, Hold on, y'all. I had it working a while ago. Let me plug it in the other plug. Need to take this little film off of it. It goes from 260 all the way up to 410. Oh, I have to hold it down. Okay, see it's blinking. And when it gets to 410, it'll be blinking up here, okay? And then to turn it off, you hold that same button right down here down and it shuts off. I'm holding it down, it turned off. Hold it on, comes on. So, while pirouette, you're right, Barbara. Barbara's doing the research for me. Okay, so we are going to give that a minute to heat up, and then I'm going to show you how it all works. It's really cool, and it will save my fingers. I lost, well, I probably didn't lose them. They're probably under my cabinet. My gloves that go with the round one that I showed you was so hot, and I was burning myself, y'all. That's like a glue gun burn. So the other day I told Rodney I needed some gloves, so he went to the basement and brought me these gloves. So this is what I've been using. You really only need it on the hand that you're going to be touching the barrel with. I forgot to tell it. So you push the button to tell it how high you want to get. And then once it stops blinking, that means it's at that temperature. So here's the little release. This is the neutral button because you can do it left or right depending on how you want your curls to go. And then you bring the barrel back to neutral, open it up, and hold the curl in your hand just long enough for it to cool off. All right, see how fast it heated up? It's already stopped blinking. Okay, so here we go. We're going to take this section right here. I'm going to come out to the end. I'm going to turn the barrel. Now, can you see? Watch. Whoops, got a little too close to my ear. All right, I'm going to hold it. Probably, what I usually do when I'm doing it by myself is just count to like 15. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. I might let it sit a little bit longer just because I want the curl to be tighter. Then I push the button to bring it to neutral. Open the clip. Release it and let it sit in my hand for just a second until it cools off. And there you have a nice little curl. Now, some people love it, you know, with that straight on the end. I don't. I think the younger girls can wear that better than us older people can. That's just my opinion. Okay, so, what's wrong? My hair is layered, though. So with it being layered, it's really hard to get it all in there. And some of the pieces not fall out and then end up being flat or straight. So this, gotta find that neutral button. This is the first time that I've used it. I took it out of the box this morning. So y'all are seeing it here first with me. All right, neutral, release, and there you go. Now, the way to get really full hair, if you want it to look full, and I love big hair, don't care, is to do your curls opposite. So, if you do one curl going clockwise, then the next one go counterclockwise. Next one, go clockwise, counterclockwise. And that makes your hair curls look a lot more full instead of them all going the same direction. So this is Crafting and Cruising and hair tips. And one day we're going to do makeup. Pretty soon all my new unique products that I ordered will be coming in, and I can do a makeup tutorial for those who want it. A couple of people have asked me, look at that little curl, y'all. Isn't that cute? And then what I do, y'all, I only have to wash my hair about once a week. As we get older, unless you're super active, I'm going to pick up that other piece too. Unless you're super active and sweating a lot, you don't have to wash your hair very much. Plus, it's a lot better on your hair if you don't. So that's when I use the dry shampoo. And because I wear my hair up a lot and sometimes put a piece in it to make it look more full, once a week is really all I have to have. Sometimes I'll do it twice a week if I have like some kind of event coming up or something, then I may wash it so that it'll look better. But, and I've already done this piece. Yeah, let me redo it again. So, I want my curls to last. So, when I get done with this, I will make sure that all of my hair is very dry. I'm not dry, very cool. And then I'll turn it upside down and I'll just run my fingers through it instead of a brush. Then I have a pick, which you can also get from Lange. Mine is not from Lange. But I have a pick that I will just pick through it. Oh, it's up here. Well, I can't get it. It's under my thing y'all are propped up on. I'll just pick through it, and then I'll use my Trois Chic hairspray and spray it real well. And it is good to go for a few days, y'all. I mean, I may have to touch it up a little bit, depending on how I sleep, you know. I may have to touch it up a little bit in the morning, but if I'm going somewhere, if I'm not, I don't worry about it. I do use the purple shampoo every time, Cheryl. If I was washing it more than once a week, I would not. I would alternate. But when I put the purple shampoo in, I don't leave it in for any length of time. I wash it twice. Once to really get the dirt out, and then the next time just to make sure that it's extra special clean. And then I use the purple conditioner too. I missed this part right here. Hello?
Hello.
I'm on live.
I thought so.
Using my new hair tool you got me. So the purple shampoo that I use, let me grab it. It's called So Silver. And then this is So Silver Total Results Conditioner. So those are the products.
I could come in and make faces at you.
You can. Come in and say hi. Come on over here so they can see.
Hello, everybody. And this is a new hairdo, huh?
It's a new hair tool that you got me.
I thought you said on the thing that come see my new hairdo.
See, he doesn't even know what he got me on.
No, I know I got you. I thought I'm thinking what your live said.
Well, I thought I said hair tool.
Well, maybe it did.
But it may look like a new hairdo when I get through. Yeah, remember that, Cheryl says, hey, Rodney, remember that other one where you had to bring me those gloves? It was burning my fingers. Well, this is basically the same tool, except it does it. It rewinds it so I don't have to hold my finger up there.
Gotcha.
You put those back. What are the kids doing?
Watching Dirty Jobs.
Dirty Jobs? I thought Brianna said they were going outside.
They already got cold. Come back in.
Is it that cold?
Well, it's going to snow tomorrow.
Barbara wants to know if you're going to curl your hair.
Not the front part. I may do the back part.
He may do the top part, Barbara.
The top part? I don't think so.
That was a joke, Rodney. You know, this little piece right here is not getting curled. So let's try it again. Okay, so remember that little barrel short. Nope, wrong one. Well, I think it all came out. I hear little footsteps coming in here. Tell her to come in and say hi if she wants to. Oh, she may be going to one of her cousin's room. She's a mess. So, I don't know what I'm going to do on Craft Around the Clock yet, y'all. I really am not in the mood to start Valentine's. I'm just not, what is happening? I'm just not ready. And I'm really not ready to do spring stuff either. But, you know, it is getting to be that time. Okay, I'm going to go on. It is, I mean, we're starting to move toward that. So, I may. I don't know. I've got a little bird that I've had with us for a long time that I've been wanting to do something with. You gonna come over here and say hi? Look in the camera and say hi. Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Tell them what you got for Christmas.
Toy car.
Huh?
Toy car.
A toy car that you can drive? What else did you get? Did you get it home from Santa?
I got a balance beam.
A balance beam because she's taking gymnastics.
Mm-hmm.
What else did you get?
From Santa?
Uh-huh.
And a house.
Yeah, or here, either one.
I also got some...
Did you get any clothes?
Yeah, I got some clothes and I got some boots.
You sure did get boots, girl.
And I also got some Yip
Yip. She's been watching that video, y'all. Have y'all seen that video? I think I posted it one day. About the little girl that has lipstick all over her mouth. Debbie Harris said, "Hi, sweet girl." And her daddy comes in and says, "Hey, did you do anything?" She goes, "Mm-mm." And he said, "You didn't go in the bathroom and do anything?" And she goes, "I put my lipstick on and got my phone." And she's playing on her phone when her dad says that to her, you know, like she's a big grown-up girl with a cell phone. And her dad says, what does he say? "Did you ask permission?"
I asked myself.
She said, "Yeah, I asked myself."
And then the dad said, "Where do you buy it from?" And she said, "From Home Depot."
He said, "Is that your lipstick?" She goes, "Mm-hmm." And he goes, "Really? You bought it?" And she goes, "Mm-hmm." And he goes, "Oh, where'd you buy it from?"
My lipstick.
"My lipstick?" And he goes, "Mm-hmm." She goes, "The Home Depot." She's so cute. So Brianna got some lipstick too. And tell them what you made for your, come over here where they can see what you made for your aunt this morning.
A bed.
A bed out of what?
Cardboard.
She and Pop made a big old bed for her aunt because she slept with her aunt last night and she said her aunt moves around a lot. So she made her a big person size bed out of cardboard. This one right here is the creative genius. She comes up with stuff all the time on her own at home. You give her some cardboard and some tape and she is good to go. Right?
Yeah.
Is it cold outside?
Freezing cold.
Is it really? You think it'll snow?
Yeah. Tomorrow is a good... Pop said it's maybe gonna snow. Yay. Pop didn't even touch my hands so they were too cold.
Really?
He touched a tiny bit and then I said, "Try, touch it again." And she was like, "No, I'm not touching them. They're too cold."
They're too cold for her. Was that Yaya or Pop?
Pop.
Oh.
My dad...
Barbara said, "Do you live in Lexington?" Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Do you know Miss Barbara that's asking you that lives real close to Lexington? She lives very close to you. Isn't that cool?
Mm-hmm.
One of these days I'm going to come visit you and I'm going to get to meet Miss Barbara in person. Because she is my faithful follower. She and Deborah Jed and all my sisters on here. Okay, you can go play and let me finish my hair, okay?
Okay.
Love you.
Okay.
Oh, y'all. She's got to be on the stage sometime. I'm going to tell you, that one is dramatic. She will, I think, be a great actress one day. That's what I'm thinking. She's funny. She wanted an electric car. You know what every kid wants at some point in their life. And so I got her, Santa got her one. On Marketplace. I think a BMW or something, y'all. Y'all, she is so tall. And I told my daughter, I said, "Brittany, I'm really worried about this because it's so little." And she goes, "I know, Mom. I've tried to tell her." But she keeps saying, I really, 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 really want this. I've wanted it for so long. Of course, this is the first time I've heard about it. It was Christmas this year, but so I got it, and she can get in it, but her knees are about up in her nose. It's hilarious. And Brittany said the thing about it is, I know the newness is going to wear off, and then she'll have it for nothing. But you know how kids are. When they get their mind made up on something, they want it, and you might as well just go on and get it for them. Because they're not going to be satisfied until they see. And then they see for themselves, and they're like, oh, I wish I ordered something else. Well, too bad. And then her sister wanted a Polaroid camera. So she got a Polaroid. So this tip I was going to tell you does not get hot. This gets blazing hot. So we're just moving on around. I shouldn't have picked that hair up. But like I said, the smaller the section, the tighter the curl. There's a little learning curve here. It's going to take me a little while to, just be able to put it up there and push it on there and let it go. But I'll get it. I'll get it. But when you do this, some people have natural curly hair and they don't, they don't want to add more curl, and I get that. They want to straighten it. Oh, did you see those balloons? Is that because I did that? Wonder if I do this. Okay, wrong way, Lisa. Ouch, that's getting hot. Some people don't want the curl, but if you do want the curl, and then you put something on it like the, Trois Chic or any hairspray really, and put a good coating on, then you ought to be able to get 2 or 3 good days out of it. And the cool thing is, each day from sleeping on it, your curl will be a little bit different. But I think that's cool, is that you have a little bit different hairstyle every day. Then if you need to touch up, of course, you can just touch up some pieces and be good to go. This will be really good in the summer too. I'll probably eventually go through another phase where I'm doing it, just straight. But right now I'm kind of in a curly phase. This is one of my flannel shirts that I got at the Goodwill last year, and I used Rip Color Remover on it, and then I found on the internet some, does this one have Maryland? I found some Maryland and some different people on it, and I printed them on rice paper and then ironed them on, and then put bling around them, and then put a little patch on the pocket that says, the faux LV. And I'm not going to get in trouble because I didn't sell it. Just used it for me. People get worried about that stuff, and rightfully so, because there's been a lot of controversy about it. 2 thumbs down gives you rain on your screen. Really? Well, what gives you snow? Maybe if I put snow on my screen, I'll get snow. Are y'all supposed to get any snow in the next couple of days, Barbara? I haven't talked to my daughter to find out. Y'all, this is a cool story. Yesterday, my daughter and son-in-law, that Bree's mom and dad, left to go back to Lexington. And while they were on their way home, they stopped to eat. I don't know if they stopped to eat in Versailles or what, but y'all remember that I did mission work for many years in the Dominican Republic. Well, the people that live there, that are full-time missionaries, are originally from Kentucky. And Vicky's parents live in Versailles. That's where Vicky's from. So they are home for the holidays, and then they're going back to the DR. And we support them. And my daughter, Brittany, and her husband were missionaries, summer missionaries over there. One summer. And that was when Kyle was little. She was really young. She was just barely walking. And so we are all very close to Jeff and Vicki Rogers. Love them dearly. And they ran into them at the restaurant last night where Brittany and Kyle stopped to eat, which was so fun. So we had taken the girls to see Migration. And while we were in the movie, I got a text from Jeff Rogers. And he said, look who we ran into tonight while we were at dinner with our friends. Now, I did not give the thumbs up. What is that? Why is that doing that? There it is again. Is it because I'm holding this barrel? Maybe that's it.
Oh, I'm going to make something in the show that I'm still working on, okay?
What, honey?
I'm going to make something to show them.
Oh, okay.
I'm working on it.
Okay. Okay. She's making something to show y'all. And so anyway, that was so cool because, you know, we don't get to see them very much since they're in the Dominican. And so how fun for Brittany and Kyle, who love their family dearly, to run into them at dinner. So that was fun. Then Brittany texted me when they left dinner. She goes, guess who we saw? And I said, I know who you saw. He sent me a picture. And also, oh, really? I don't think we're supposed to get any accumulation either, Barbara. Also, for those of you who saw when I interviewed Romano, my Haitian son, I call him, that is a pastor in the Dominican. His wife had a baby girl yesterday. So, they are still trying to think of names. He wants her to name her at least partly after me. I don't know that she's going to do that. But anyway, this is weird. Y'all probably don't know this because I didn't know it until they had their first baby. I think it's stupid. But, and I don't know if this is true in Haiti or not, but I know it's true in the Dominican. Fathers cannot go in there with their wives. They can wait on the first floor. The deliveries take place on the second floor, and only a female can go in the room. And then, like last night, he was going to take her some stuff up there, but he would be giving it to the female who's staying in her room with her. So he still cannot go in and see his baby. Is that the dumbest thing you've ever heard? Now, I'm thinking, and he's never really told me, but I'm thinking that it may be kind of a protective thing to protect the mom. What is happening? Hello? I'm thinking maybe to protect the mom in case, you know, I don't know, anybody tried to get in and do something or change babies or whatever. You know, I don't know. Crazy stuff goes on all the time. But anyway, so he hasn't even laid eyes on his baby. He sent me a video of Elmas holding her, no, laying next to her. And then Elmas has a big smile on her face, and then she's leaning over, you know, giving her a kiss on the video. And that's all. That's all I've seen as much as he's seen of his baby. Isn't that crazy? I would not like that. So now they're having a problem agreeing on a name. Her name is spelled E-L-M-A-S-E. But it's pronounced Elmaz. And she decided that part of their baby's name needed to be, she wanted it to be something with the, like, Az in it. Because the end of her name is Elmaz. So she had come up with Azul. And Romano didn't like it. And so, you know, then he was trying to think of something that they could use that would, you know, make her happy but wouldn't sound like something he didn't want it to sound like. And so then he said something about Anne, or Anna, because my middle name's Ann. And he said, well, she liked that, but she didn't want the baby's name. Thank you, Veronica. Hey. She didn't want the baby's name to begin with a vowel. I said, well, what does Elmas begin with? A vowel. But then he said she might consider Hannah, but one of the cousins has the name Anne or Anna, and so she didn't want it to sound too much like a cousin's name. And I said, well, I don't know. I guess y'all do things differently over there. I said, our last name is Siler, and I can't tell you how many of Rodney's cousins have either used Siler as a first name or a middle name. So we have lots of children running around with the middle name Siler. One in the immediate family is a child. His first name is Siler, and then one of Rodney's first cousin's kids, I guess that would make them his first cousin once removed, has a little boy named Siler. His first name is Siler. So I don't know if that's a cultural thing or if that's just personal, desire. I don't know. But she was trying to come up with something like Azul. And he said, I just don't like it. And I said, well, here's the only thing I will say. Let me turn around and see where I am in the back. So here's the only thing I will tell you. The name stays with the baby forever. I didn't say unless they have to change, because sometimes that happens, but most of the time it doesn't. And the baby, when it gets bigger and is no longer a baby, will be the one to live with it. So Elmas needs to think about that too. Not just what she thinks sounds really cute right now, but think about, what the baby may, feel about the name when the baby gets older. I know we all do that, and we don't know how our babies are going to feel when they get older, but I do think that a name is something very important. And I think that some people, probably even in the U.S., but probably less likely, take it too lightly. They think what looks cute when the baby's born, but they don't think about down the road. And I'll give you an example in my own kids. I named Brittany Ann Siler, Ann after me, and then our son is Benjamin Grant Siler. Well, their two initials are BS. Now, that's not a huge deal, but you can bet that over the years, at least Benjamin has caught some flack for the fact that his initials are BS. So I just didn't think about it. But kids can be mean. And so I just think that stuff like that needs to be really considered carefully and not taken lightly, and not just thinking about the short term, what sounds cute right now, but what is it going to sound like when the child is 15 or 16 or 25 or 30, And, I'm sure you have experienced this too. I've talked to people who say, oh, I hate my name. I wish my mom hadn't given me that name. And, then some people, occasionally, I guess you'll run across somebody who says, I love my name. I remember when I was old enough to really care, I was like, I don't love the name Lisa. Well, my mother told me that that's a perfect curl, y'all. That it's a derivative of Elizabeth. And my father's mother, her name was Sarah Elizabeth. Funny though, my mother, she didn't like my mother, so I'm kind of surprised that, only because my mother was a great person. She didn't think she was good enough for her son. But so I was really surprised that mother used any derivative of Elizabeth on me. But Heidi, you love your name. I love Heidi too. I think that's so pretty. So, let's see what somebody said. One of my sons was JR until the show Dallas. That's cute. We have a good friend named John Robert Davis, and everybody calls him JR. But you know, people grow into their names too. Like when y'all look at some kids or some people, I just think, yeah, they look like a whatever. And you know, then when you name your children, and your children, you know, get older, then you look at them and you go, yeah, I think they still look like I think Jana looks like a Jana. I can't imagine Jana being anything but Jana. Can't imagine Brittany being anything but Brittany. If I try to put a different name with them, it's like, no, that's not really her. So, you know, different strokes for different folks. As Debbie Riggs says, you do you. But, and maybe to them it's not, you know, as critical as it is to us. But I told him, I said, just make sure that it's a name you like too. Don't just let it be that, you know, this is what El Mas wants, but think about, you know, does Romano like it, etc. Y'all, they're going to have 2 little ones now, under age 2. Whew, that's a lot, and especially with the small space they have in their house. I don't know how they're going to do it. I really don't. Okay, so when we get up here, this is kind of in the root. I don't know what we're going to do. We're just going to do it. See what happens. Oh. That's what happens. It falls out. Okay. Just take this little section right here. Thank y'all for hopping on with me today and helping me be occupied while it's important to bring it back to neutral, I'm discovering. Because if you don't, it's not going to open up for you to clip it in. Thank you for joining me while I'm doing my hair. What does it say? We thought Drayden's name was odd, but we didn't want to rename him at 2.5 years old when he was adopted. Now we love, come on, his name. I do too. I think Drayden is gorgeous. Love it. And I'm sure it just suits him too. You know, that's what I'm saying. Whenever we name our children, we don't know what their personality is going to be like. But I think they kind of grow into their name, if that makes sense. That's just what I think. I think they just kind of grow into their name. I think Drayden is really cute. And Jen with Home Sweet Create, Jennifer, just had her 5th grandchild, Levi. He was born yesterday, I think, and he's precious. But Jen only could watch over FaceTime because Jen's been sick. She was so sad that she couldn't be there. Okay, this may, now I see another piece that's kind of straight, so let's just get it all done. Anything worth doing is worth doing right. That's what my mama used to say all the time. When I'd say, I just don't want to rewrite this paper, she'd say, if I were you, I'd rewrite it. I'm like, I don't want to rewrite this paper. And she has an old saying for everything. And she said, Lisa, anything worth doing at all is worth doing right. And I don't know how many of you were on my live the night I told the story about Jana, my oldest. I was washing my car one day and she wanted to help. She was probably in the 3rd grade, maybe 4th grade. And she went to a private Christian school. So they learned scripture and things like that. And she wanted to help me. And so I said, okay, I'll tell you what. I said, since I'm standing on the ladder and you can't stand on the ladder, so I can get the top of the car, I said, you start doing the tires for Mommy. And I gave her a bucket and some soap and a scrub brush. And I said, now you do the tires. Well, honey, I mean to tell you, she did the tires. She worked on one tire for like 15 minutes, scrubbing that rubber. And when I finally realized what was going on, I said, no, sweetie, you don't have to do the rubber. I said, as soon as Mommy backs the car up, that rubber is going to get really, you know, dirty again. I was talking about like the hubcap. And just real quietly, like without even trying to be noticed or anything, she just kind of said under her breath, the Bible says, do everything as unto the Lord. Y'all, I stopped in my tracks and I turned around and I said, what did you just say? And she said, the Bible says, do everything as unto the Lord. Y'all, my child taught me that day. Kidney stones again, Veronica. So sorry. So, yeah. So I learned from my child that day. She really taught her mom a lesson. And I could tell that I told her teacher, I said, she's really comprehending the scripture y'all are talking about. Let me tell you, because she let me know what she was doing with those tires was important enough. She was doing it as unto God. Out of the mouth of babes. All right, now I'm going to need to, when I get this one done, check it and see if there's any other spots. No, she has so much trouble, poor Veronica. Those kidney stones are awful, I've heard. I've never had them, but I've heard they're awful. Okay, let's see what we have going on. Do I have any places that are not... Some of that under there doesn't look curl, but maybe it is. This really isn't curl. All right, let's do this piece again, then we're going to call it a day. So this is called the La Pirouette, which, by the way, is a ballet move. Pirouette. From Lange. Lange prices, I think, are very reasonable for what you get. They're pricey, but they last forever. And they have sales from time to time. You just have to really keep an eye on it. But they've got every kind of tool that you would possibly need and every kind of product that you would possibly need. I love their products. Come on, where's that hair? Here it is. So, after this, I have got to get out to the motorhome and figure out what the heck I'm going to do today for my live. I don't have a clue. Any suggestions? What happened? Any suggestions of what I could do? I have 45 minutes with which to do something. And I just don't know what it's going to be. Well, that piece is not cooperating. Get it back to neutral. Ouch. It will burn you. I'm telling you. Now, something motivating for the new year. Oh, girl, I'm not motivated for the new year. They redid my nails. That dark red that was under it just wasn't doing the job. So she put a grayish silver polish on. And then put the, what she kept calling cat eye. It's not cat eye. I know this light's not good, but anyway, okay. So, I'm going to give it a light spray while it's drying. I've got that on high. Let me put it on medium. And then I'm going to lean over and just take my fingers, rub through it all. as I get the hair off my pants. I'm shedding, y'all. And while it's upside down, we'll spray it. Just for some hold. And then I'm going to flip it. And see if I can, let me switch y'all up for just a minute and see if I can sit you back down. Don't fall over. Okay. It fell over. I knew if I didn't go get my pink stand, this would probably happen. Okay, so that part needs to be over there. And this is the pick I was talking about. I just picked through it. I can see right here that this piece never got done. So, I'm telling you, these little pieces don't want to stay in. Of course, I'm trying to go out to the very end too, instead of, it says to start 2 inches from the end, but I want mine tighter than that. Okay, now. Nope, still not enough. See, it keeps coming out. Whoops. Neutral. I think I'm getting tired of it, and that's why it's doing that. Okay, I'm just gonna go with it. I'm gonna worry about it. Okay, so then take my little pick, give it a little height, because I like big hair, and I look better when I have height than the roots of my hair. So, however, what I don't like is my hair hanging down in my eyes. I'll tell you that much right now. So, push it back, spray it a little to hold it back. Always get the hair out of your mouth. And then I will hold it up and spray and let it fall. See? Big hair. And I have no idea what the back looks like, so let's check it. Pretty good. Pretty good. So y'all, this is my hair. Let me turn this off. Hold it down. It's gone off. I got hair wrapped all around the barrel. So I'll have to clean that out after it cools off. I'm not going to do it right now because I don't want to burn myself. But I appreciate so much you all coming on and joining me. I'll get better with time and it'll look better. Thank you. Very close to God. That's right. Bigger the hair, the closer to God. That's exactly right, girl. I'm going to get on up there and whisper in his ear some prayer requests. All right. So, this afternoon, 4:30 my time, Central Standard Time, I will be on my page, shared into Craft Around the Clock. And I would love it if you all would come on and see what I came up with. If anything, that's a scary thought. But I better get out to the motorhome and turn the heat on, or I may not be doing anything. So I love you guys. I'm so grateful for you. I hope you have a glorious day, a glorious week, and a fabulous, fabulous 2024. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you for those hearts. I really appreciate it. Okay, guys, I love y'all. Talk to you later. Bye.